Hey guys, what's up? Zax here. Today we are here with a video talking about F1 2015. The game was announced yesterday, as well with a couple of screenshots and many details which I'll include in this video as well. Of course, as always, I'll leave a link in the description to the article by Codemaster so you can read it yourself, so you can get all of the information, which I don't think I can get every single little detail into this video, but if you want to go and check that out, it is in the description. But anyway, F1 2015, the release date, well, they haven't said an official release date yet, but it's been said to be released in June, and the F1 games are normally, or I think they've all been released on the Friday of a Grand Prix weekend, which will mean it's either going to be the Canadian Grand Prix weekend or the Austrian Grand Prix weekend. So I'm not too sure which of those it is yet, but we've got a decent idea. It'll be one of those Fridays or one of those race weekends. So yeah, hopefully that's going to be good, and I'll be free that sort of time as well, so I've got many videos for you guys to come when the game does come out. And yeah, let's get into the details of the game and let's see what it's looking like so far. First off, I want to already get the less exciting stuff out of the way, and that is that it's going to be on PS4, Xbox One and PC, as they've already said, and it's going to be built on a brand new version of the Ego engine, which is really good. It's going to be on a brand new engine, this new game, which should be incredibly exciting, because it should mean that the physics are completely different, it should mean the graphics are a lot better, it should mean that the game is a huge amount better, which I think is incredibly important, because if we look at sales over the previous games, you could say that hasn't been the case. The game hasn't really improved a huge amount since F1 2010. So that's sort of the boring bits out of the way. Let's get into the exciting bits, one of which is that actually 2014 cars are going to be included in this game. A bit like, what? Why on earth are they doing that? Well, lots of people wanted F1 2014 to be on those next-gen consoles, so in fact we're going to get all of those cars from last year on this game as well. So we're going to get 2014 cars and 2015 cars. From reading the article, it doesn't look like you're going to be able to do like a whole career mode on F1 2014 cars, but nonetheless you'll be able to drive those cars. It does look like it's going to be extras DLC or an extra version of the game, so I'm just guessing this, I don't have any information on it, whatever, but there might be a standard edition of the game, and there might be like an extra edition of the game with DLC, and you might be able to buy that DLC later down the line. That's what I'm thinking, at least just from reading this article. That's what it looks like, at least. But let's have a look at one of the really cool things going to be added into F1 2015, which is the voice recognition technology system thing. It's going to only be on Xbox One and PS4. Not too sure why they haven't even decided to do it on PC, but I suppose it doesn't really matter. I'm sure most people watching this video will be getting it on Xbox One or PS4. But you'll be able to interact with your race engineer like never before, is what they say here, through in-game voice commands with Connect on the Xbox One, the PlayStation camera, or compatible headsets. A lot of people have been missing out at that point. Lots of people think you're going to have to get a Connect or a PlayStation Eye camera or whatever it is to be able to use this, but you'll actually be able to use a compatible headset with the Xbox One or the PS4, so don't worry about that. As long as you've got a headset, I think my Triton Camera headset or whatever for PS4 will work well, so that's alright. So that's good for me that I don't have to go out and get a PlayStation camera, which I'll never use for anything else. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Obviously I'm going to be getting it on PS4 and PC. I don't have an Xbox One, I might do in the future, but for now I don't. But that's really good. The voice recognition system, you don't have to go out and get a really big bit of software, or a bit of hardware I should say. Like the Kinect is quite expensive I think still, so yeah, that's good for Xbox users. At least you're not going to have to go out and spend all that money on it. But yeah, looking forward to that immensely actually. Hope it works well, because obviously it could go quite badly wrong in a way, but it also could go quite well, quite well, and be a really, really good thing about this game, which can actually bring the sort of sales up quite a bit if that works really well. And hopefully we'll be able to see that soon, how that works. Hopefully a development diary or something. I'm really hoping we get to see something like that, which we saw in like F1 2010 and 11. We saw development diaries. We didn't see them, I don't think, from 2012 onwards, which kind of sucks, because I really like those development diaries. They really give you sort of an insight into the game before it's out, but who knows, we'll see what's happening with that. But anyway, about this voice recognition race engineer software thing, you'll be able to ask for race information, updates on the weather, tyre status, request tyres for your new pit stops, and also front wing changes. And that's just a few of the options they said they've got at the moment. There will be more coming out in the future, which I'm hopefully they will announce them soon, but we want to see as many of those as possible. Hopefully you'll be able to like say, oh, my thing's damaged, well, I don't know, my tyres flat spotted or whatever, and hopefully be able to understand stuff like that. Maybe not, I don't know. But if you, for example, ask like, where is Verstappen in the race, that would be something that's cool. If they can implement something like that, that would be really, really cool. But anyway, going down the article more, it talks about the F1 2014 cars, which I've already talked about in this game. And Paul Gill on this article here says something a bit about the game. 2015 marks a exciting new chapter in Codemasters and Formula 1. It's a shift in a new direction for the series, all new formats and bringing a brand new engine into the game, with new game to be released early in the season, launching this June, which is exciting as well. Obviously, I'm predicting it to be either the Canadian or the Austrian Grand Prix. I don't know whether it will be, but that's just most likely it will be one of those weekends, as it always has been released on a Friday race weekend so far. But as you continue reading the article, you'll realise they talk about new handling, and it's a vast improvement over previous games. And in my honest opinion, guys, I actually thought that 2014 was a step in the right direction for the Formula 1 games and the handling. Obviously, it wasn't how I exactly want it, but I think it's better than what it was in like 2012 and 2013. I think it was an improvement, which is good. But obviously with a new engine, obviously as well, with the new platforms obviously coming in to supply the game. F1 2014 was only on Xbox 360 and PS3 and PC, but obviously this new one will be on the new sort of next gen consoles. I guess you still call them next gen, even though technically current gen, I don't know, but it'll be on the next generation of consoles, which should mean that the graphics are better, the handling is just a massive improvement. They've got a lot more space to actually build a good game, because obviously they're very limited with the hardware which was in the Xbox 360, and I think that was the Xbox 360 was the one that I think they mostly built the games around until F1 2014, which was more PC. But they've always sort of liked the Xbox version, so hopefully when I get it on PS4, it's going to be a good game. It's not just going to be like a port from Xbox 360. They're going to try and find all the errors and make sure it's a perfect game in a way, as they have actually had quite a long time to build this game. I sort of put that in there as well. They also say improved vehicle dynamics to accurately convey the difference in performance in real life, for example, and to fill the mechanical and aerodynamic grip, which is good as well. A new force feedback system adds the extra sort of dimension into the game, feeling the connection to the car and the track surface. More natural and realistic nature of the game physics, and also serves to ensure that the race experience is more accessible, enjoyable and rewarding for players of all skill levels. So hopefully I said that all right, and hopefully I didn't mess up any words there, but that's nice to see as well, that they're making sure that the best players in the game, you know, like XMATG, Noble, Limitless, Tim Marduk, Arava, all those guys, they have a difficulty level for them. They have a difficulty level for the people like right at the start of their F1 game career, and hopefully quite a few in between, because obviously I'm still in between. I'd like to think I'm getting better. Obviously 2013 was probably my game I was actually worst at, but 2014, since I've moved to the PC and the wheel, I hope that I have improved. At least my driving is a lot more smoother than it was, but you can see already we've crashed into Verstappen already on this lap, so that didn't really work out too well. But anyway, that's good to see that the new force feedback system as well, that should be something that's exciting. Hopefully it means that it's actually a bit more realistic. That I've always thought the force feedback in Formula 1 games has been a little bit weird, just not how I'd expect it, and hopefully it will be improved. Well, they say it's going to be improved, but hopefully the new system is a really good step in the right direction. And as we look to the end of the article here, it says that as they are building the new 2015 cars and the drivers and the readiness for the new game in the summer launch, you'll tease some of the 2015 content in the debut screenshots, which I'll leave at the end of this video for you guys. And you'll see things from the 2014 season as well as the 2015 season. I think the only 2015 screenshot we got of the cars actually is a Rosberg in the pit stops sort of in motion thing, I don't know, but apart from that we only get to see 2014 cars, which I suppose in a way is alright, but I really would have liked to see more F1 sort of 2015 cars in this sort of release. It was a bit disappointing in my opinion that we only got to see one screenshot of the new cars in this new game. We also got to see the new track, the Mexican circuit, which is looking pretty cool, not going to lie. Looking forward to driving that. Hopefully we'll see a lot of content on that. Hopefully we'll see some maybe hot laps of the Mexican circuit just before the game releases or something. That'd be pretty cool, because that's the track obviously everyone's looking at and thinking, well, I'd really like to drive that. Obviously it's a classic track which is slightly being rebuilt, and it's looking good, and I'm looking forward to driving it nonetheless, even if it isn't quite the classic it used to be. But yeah, not gonna lie guys, it sort of came a bit out of nowhere, because this whole sort of F1 2015 things, we haven't really seen any information over the last like 6 months or so, pretty much since F1 2014 launched. we haven't had any information about this new game, which I think was slightly worrying. And I'm not going to lie, guys, it was slightly worrying we weren't having any new information or sort of any content about this new game. And I was slightly worried, apart from the leaked screenshots we saw, obviously, I was slightly worried that we weren't actually going to get any news until like middle of the year, and this game wasn't actually going to be launched that early on. But luckily it is going to be. June gives them enough time to perfect the cars and get them about the right performance levels, if that makes any sense, because by about mid-season we'll see what the pecking order is like, where the fastest cars are and the slowest cars are. We obviously know that Mercedes will probably be at the top, Manor will probably be at the bottom, but the cars in between, they move about quite a few times each race. We've seen it in the past. We've seen maybe Ferrari be really good at certain tracks at the start of the year and then fade off, or vice versa, or whatever with other teams. But I'm looking forward to seeing the cars and how they've been. What I'm hoping is they've been perfected. They haven't just been like a half effort or whatever. It's perfected. That's what I want to see from this game. This game does need to be incredibly good. It can't just be F1 2014.5. It needs to be a really good game. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm not gonna sort of just gloss over that. This game does need to be really good. It's on a start of a brand new engine. This sort of sets us off for the next 5 or 6 years of these new consoles. This is what this game needs to be like for the next 6 years, and we need to have a really, really good base. We can't have like a alright base. We need to have a really good start to this. Otherwise, we could say the next 5 or 6 years of Formula 1 games might be a bit if they don't put a lot of effort into this one, which I think they have been. In all honesty, guys, I think they've been working on next-gen consoles since 2013. I'm not going to lie, guys, that's what I honestly think. Because I actually looked back at some old videos, and I realised when I went to the F1 2013 launch with Into the Barrier, Alex Gillen and Game Riot, we were asking them about next-gen consoles and everything. They were talking about it back then, so I honestly think they've been working it for quite a bit of time now, 1.5 years, maybe even 2 years here on these new consoles, which is exciting because that hopefully means that they have perfected it and it actually is going to be an incredible game. So yeah, I'll leave a screenshot at the end of this video. Hopefully you guys like the look of them, and yeah, let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts and opinions are on the game launch, or not the launch, sorry, the game release and everything, and what they're saying with all the new information about the voice engineer, what do I keep saying that? Voice recognition to the engineer and all that sort of stuff. What do you guys think about that? Is that just a gimmick, or would you think that that's actually going to work out well? It might be a bit awkward whilst you're doing live commentaries and stuff on YouTube, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens with it. But anyway, guys, thanks again for watching this video. I appreciate it a lot. I'll leave those screenshots at the end of this video for you guys to look at. And yeah, it's been Alex Mad here. Goodbye. Guys, as I was editing up this video, I actually realised I missed out. Maybe an important part about this game is that it says the game can be complete with podium and grid sequences, which I kind of missed out, so I'm sorry about that, but that'll be cool. If it has podium celebrations, that is perfect. That's what we want to have for a long time. And grid sequences, that probably means formation laps, which I'm excited about as well. So yeah, looking forward to it. And yeah, sorry I didn't mention that in the video, but I did just mention it just here. But yeah, excited about it. In terms of career mode and stuff, they haven't really said anything, so I'm a little bit worried about that. But hopefully we get to hear some stuff about it soon. But anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry about that, missing out. Bye.